Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground Fridays. It is good to be back after a little quick hiatus. We appreciate y'all being here. Obviously, it's a lot to talk about. The Fortnite remix season is here. I know we're going to have great conversation over that. And obviously, we have to be back. But before that, make sure you check out FortniteCards.com if you haven't already, where you can find everything for Fortnite card collecting and collectibles in general. Also, for the ones that purchased it, the Max card is here. I've seen a lot of people enjoying that. This is one that me and Dylan was super excited about showing, and we glad that some of y'all have them, and it will be a giveaway tonight. What else do you want to talk about when it comes to FortniteCards.com, bro?
So any feedback you guys give us in the Discord, that's great. We're working on some crazy updates. Some of the pro members already know
Yeah,
about what we're working on. It's gonna be very difficult, but we're trying to make it so easy
yeah,
for your Fortnite collection. This is kind of like greedy for us, but like
yeah.
when it comes to like pop and all those kinds of stuff, we want to make it super streamlined. So yeah, keep us up to date on anything you guys have been struggling with. But yeah, that's pretty much it. These are only for pro members, but one of our pro members decided they wanted to gift it to the community. So they said instead of
Okay.
shipping it to them, can you just donate it? Um, they were hoping to donate to like kids or whatever like that, but most of us are just collectors, and so we're just gonna give it to the community. So we'll
Yeah,
do a giveaway. What do you think? You want to do a duck race or
yeah,
something?
yeah. I
We'll
think,
figure out something.
yeah,
If I forget, don't let me forget, guys. Okay, because
yeah,
we get carried away in these
yeah.
conversations.
Yep.
So don't let me forget, and we'll do that today. What's up, Inky, JL,
What's up, yo?
Funky, Mile High, Phantom, Get Hype, Daniel? What's going on? Oh, and if you already have one, don't enter the contest later,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah,
Let's try to
yeah,
get to someone who doesn't have one because we only made 50 of these, and they're not for sale anymore on the site. So let's try to get it to somebody who doesn't have it.
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so Man, so
Oh,
did you I know I didn't see you. So,
yeah,
long story short, guys, my Fortnite account got hacked.
tragic.
Horrible. So, some of you guys saw me go live earlier for the event. Man, my controls were messed up. It was just like it was not fun.
You,
And
you
this is the
One
worst
thing,
time.
you know what you need to check though, and I was thinking about it when you said it. Make sure that whoever did that didn't join accounts. Like, do you know because
I had no access. Dude,
crazy.
so they got in, they changed my email.
Mm,
They changed the email, they changed the password, they changed the username. All of my friends say I'm no longer friends with them. They deleted everything. Y'all gotta be careful out there with the freaking accounts, man. They deleted all my I don't have ever since season two, I don't have anything. Now, granted, I'm a very optimistic person.
yeah.
So I'm assuming that Epic Games is gonna get it back for me because I submitted a request for
Hmm.
them to get it back to me. So they said they'll give me an answer in a few days. I'm just gonna assume that I'm gonna get my account back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I don't, we'll cross that bridge. I was so like over 500 skins, So
Yeah.
also, I've had every single crew month, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
still hooked up. And it's the beginning of the month.
Yep.
I'm about to
Yep.
get a battle pass,
Yep. Yeah.
and so I had like 3,000 V bucks on my
Yeah.
account ready to spend, and like I wanted the Deadpool fish sticks
Hmm.
and can't get that, and it's
Man,
all right. It's all
you
right.
know
It's
that
just a game, guys. It's just a video
just
game.
long as you don't crash out the way I talk did when it happened to him. That was tragic to see, bro. So that was long story short, y'all. This is like Ash TV is one of them, but I talk was another one. He had every skin in Fortnite, but
Mhm.
he joined accounts to get season one, chapter two, because he didn't have it.
Yeah.
And Epic red flagged it when he reached out to them, and they deleted his account. Obviously different than yours, but he crashed out, man. He was talking about
Yeah,
all the stuff he
I've
had.
never joined accounts or anything like that,
Yeah,
so I don't know what they're doing. I don't Let's just
yeah.
hope I get it back. If I don't, I'm gonna have to like just start.
You'll get it
I
back,
don't
bro.
know. What would
You'll
I
get it
do?
back.
What do you do if you don't get so like I'm upset about it obviously, but at the same
Yeah.
time, at least I have these wonderful cards and collectibles to keep
See,
me
that's
company.
man, listen.
The
So
memories are still there.
what you do is you don't buy your first skin until Aura ends up in the item shop, which is like every 20 days. But still, you
Oh
gotta
my
start it.
gosh.
You gotta start off with Aura. You can get the battle pass, but it gotta start off with
So
Aura. It gotta be your first one.
if I had to start all the way back over, oh that would be wild.
Yeah, bro, that would be bad.
Oh god. I don't even know what I would do. All right, let's not talk
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
no, 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 you're gonna get it back, bro.
So
That's a little.
did you watch it live, the event?
No, I did not watch it live. I was out. Yeah.
So I streamed it. It was. Did you watch
Mhm.
it back?
Yes, I watched it back.
Okay,
Yeah.
I watched it back. It was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, Ice Spice, I don't know how many people care about Ice
Yeah.
Spice. That would might have been a miss.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg was dope. I mean, there's lots
Yeah.
of. I mean, first of all, it was a live concert, and the way they did it in game. I know some people were complaining
Yeah.
about lagging because I was feeling it too. I thought it was because of my setup.
Yeah.
But I get that. But at the same time, they actually were streaming it live from New York through the
Yeah.
game to millions of people, with very little glitches that I had.
Yeah.
So I thought that went really, really well.
Yeah.
And then they put all the animations in there. They kind of made it a little interactive. I liked it way better than when they had us do chores for like 10 hours.
That one sucked. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No, that
So
I
and it was exciting. I know it's
yeah.
not, so it's not OG, like, the first one OG was just straight OG, it was exactly how it was.
Mhm.
This one is you get a little bit taste of how it was,
Yeah.
but a lot more remixed in and a little bit more fun and funny and entertaining.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
So it solidifies what we talked about a few weeks ago, though, and it was funny because somebody else was talking about it on Twitter. That that confirms that chapter one, season one to season X is OG. That's OG. They're not using that tag
I
anymore.
like
So
that.
that's
Okay.
that's the OG season, which is great. But that does not mean that OG nostalgia won't hit for chapter two, chapter
Yeah,
three,
it's
chapter
not saying
four.
that's not
Yeah,
nostalgia, it's just not OG. The
right,
OG's played in chapter 1. So if
right.
you have an account, with, like
I feel you, bro. I feel
okay,
you.
anyway, so then you're OG, I get it.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
dope. I
yeah.
mean, even though chapter 2 has all those, like, nostalgic feelings, it's
They
not
do.
OG.
Yeah,
I'm glad they did that.
yeah,
That's a nice twist on it.
yeah.
I will also say that makes more sense,
Hmm.
so they kept it OG. I like
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
haven't thought about it. I do like the refresh.
Hmm.
We get the same map, hopefully the same weapons.
Yep.
Um, and I don't know how well everyone's going to, because this is a very this is the first thing I saw was like it was like rap theme, like not
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
I dig it. I'm down with that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so I'm sure not everyone's like, if they did a heavy metal season.
They should have did multiple genres. I feel like. I feel
No,
like
no. So that's
is
that's my question. So it's like we liked it when they focus in and do a niche. So when they did the Midas season, they kind of collaborated. They did, like, it was a whole niche,
mhm,
right? And so now they kind of do that with rap, and I kind of like it, but I'm sure there's gonna be lots of people who don't,
right,
right? Like, for, like, let's say metal music, not anything against it, it's just I've never listened to metal, like,
right,
never ever. So it wouldn't do
right.
anything for me nostalgic wise, or
Mhm.
so it's really interesting, to see. I'm sure I'm gonna see a lot of comments about
Yeah.
this sucks and all this kinds of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then there'll be people who like it. So it's interesting. What's your take on it?
Like I said, I thought in my head, just based off of like uniqueness, if it would feel like an amusement park aspect, like if you could, if you had multiple genres in there, just like go to your place. But I guess the thing is, though, they might be testing something. I obviously Fortnite's always testing something, but I think it's a bigger picture here when it comes to what they're trying to do. And I think it could be great for what I feel is happening, but also I think is what's really unique is I feel like these remixes, these obviously the OG season remix and whatever comes after that, this is their true testing ground for each year. That's what it feels like it's
Mhm.
gonna be. Like everything is gonna like the hyperbolic testing is gonna be in these seasons in those 4 weeks. And I think that's a great thing. The rap style, Ice Spice, I feel it's a miss, but it is what it is.
Well,
I'm
okay,
not every
okay.
generation,
So they
so
obviously wanted a female rapper.
yeah.
I'm curious, who should they have picked?
Okay. So if I go based off of who they had there, right? Honestly, they had Snoop, they had M. Just numbers wise, I probably would have went with Nicki. Just,
Okay,
just
that's the
yeah,
first one
yeah,
that came to mind for
yeah,
me, and I was curious on what you would have
yeah.
said.
Just numbers and
Um,
era wise, I think it would have made a little bit more sense. But I guess they wanted to kind of make sure they got like eras together. I'm not mad at it. Like it's cool, you know. But if I had to say a miss just based off of like it's M and Snoop, yeah, that's a little
Yeah,
weird
that's like
combination.
2 different, that's like
Yeah,
they're different levels, I feel
yeah,
like.
yeah,
So, But I mean, they went all out. So I like what you said though. I don't know if this is true,
Yeah.
but what if so it's every week they're changing?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any possible way that they do rap the first week?
Mm. Well, no. So I think I looked at the article. I think is Snoop, M, and then Ice. I guess it's something weird like that. But either way, it's
Okay,
something.
and then there's Juice World. Did
And
you
then
see
there's
the
Juice
Juice
World.
World?
Yes. Then there's
That's right.
that was a good one.
Okay.
That was a good. I
Oh
think
yeah, yeah,
the
no, for
Juice
sure.
World. I'm not a fan of Juice World. I wasn't a fan, I should say, but a lot of people are. So I thought that was a hit. That was a hit.
I like Juice World.
Yeah, yeah.
I like his music.
Listen, I'm a I have some young artists, but I'm stuck in my era. I understand that. I'm not fighting it. You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah,
So I don't know if you know this, but our era is now considered like classics. Just so you
yeah,
know,
yeah. It
that's what everyone
is.
keeps telling me.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I mean, we're
Um,
a couple years away before it's just straight old.
yeah, yeah, no, we're
Just-
already. My daughter tells me we're old.
yeah.
The other thing that I'm gonna try to pull this up is so they're doing the Fortnite sneakers in game. Did you see the trailer for it?
Of course I did.
Of
Yes.
course you did,
Yeah, of course I did.
dude.
There's yeah, go ahead.
This is gonna get crazy. So we
Yeah.
were talking before. Okay, well, we all invest and collect into all
Mhm,
these skins and stuff like that, right?
mhm,
And then people were like, "Oh, they're not gonna make your own skins and stuff like that." But now, what if they merge it so you buy the skin or whatever, but then you can dress it however you want?
mhm, mhm.
And that's kind of what it's getting to, right?
Yeah.
But you're telling me that I have aura, right?
Oh, with the Air Jordan ones, goodness gracious, bro.
My bad. I
Oh,
said I have aura. I had aura.
you got aura, bro. You
And
don't have
so
it.
then you can change her shoes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's gonna be dope.
yeah.
Especially for some of these skins. And then maybe eventually you can change other things about that skin.
Mhm.
So we've got some really interesting times ahead of us for
Okay.
in-game stuff.
So
Um,
I'm gonna try not to rant on this topic, okay? In a good way. In a good way. This is so. First of all, Dylan, they're starting off with my favorite sneaker
I
of all time. So they're starting off with the Air Jordan one.
but they picked Ice Spice, but then they picked the right Jordan.
Right, right,
So
right. So and I think the thing that was unique is we're gonna find some information that this Fortnite community is gonna love. Did you see what they said to start off? So by spring of next year, 95% of the skins will be able to wear them, right? But to roll this out, only 500 of the most popular skins will be able to wear them. So that will be interesting analytics data that we usually like to see. So
wait a minute, wait a minute.
that
Now a Guff wearing Jordans might be dope. I'm
yeah,
just
that might
saying.
be nuts. That might be nuts, bro.
Fish sticks
Yo,
with
listen.
I don't know about Peely, but
Philly can have some the yellow dunks on at some point. That'll be fire.
mhm,
Some the
mhm.
white and yellow dunks. I can That's gonna be interesting, bro. I think is obviously it's gonna look weird on some skins and they'll rework it for sure. But I mean it doesn't really matter. The sneaker is on the foot. They'll be all right, But me and Dylan also said if it looks bad on the foot, it's gonna have to come off. But it's gonna be fun to see how it looks.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun
Yeah.
to see. And I mean, the fact that it's interesting how they picked it. They picked the rap season to release
Yeah.
all the Jordans and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I know,
Hey,
right?
I'm
I
down
know.
with it. I'm
Yeah.
down with it. I mean, can you think of a culture that is more intertwined with shoes?
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? So like
Well, you
shoes are
seen M's,
collectible. Yeah.
bro.
So yo, what's up, Nichols? Yeah, it's gonna be dope. I can't wait to see the so like the cars I didn't get behind.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I didn't buy any cars.
Mhm.
Dude, if they release a shoe shop,
It's gonna man, it
it's
come you
gonna
know
be
it's gonna be
very
there.
hard, especially if they do like you don't know if they're gonna be released again. I
Mhm.
mean, they went back
Oh,
through the
stop, bro. That's gonna be
so
terrible.
they went back through this thing where like now you can buy the battle pass again eventually. But if they do the shoes where like you get the limited edition shoes,
Mhm.
I don't know. That's
Bro,
gonna be wild.
it's gonna so another thing for these collectors in the hobby. Shout out to MC as well. I know he's a sneaker collector. But
Yo, MC's probably gonna go
yeah,
wild when
MC
he
gonna lose
sees
his
this.
mind.
Yeah.
So you know what's crazy though? This means you know how Fortnite works. There's gonna be some form of Nike or Jordan collab, like
Well, they've already done a lot of
yeah,
Nike collabs.
but you're gonna get the sneaker this time. I think
Don't test
yeah,
me.
bro.
So I don't wear Crocs, guys. I don't wear Crocs. My
Yeah, I can't
whole
do that.
family wears Crocs. Then my dad said
I'm
they're making Fortnite Crocs. I was like,
yeah.
try them. And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Nah. Nah.
that's why the Croc stock must be like going downhill. They
Yeah.
lost a shoe designer or something.
Yeah.
What the
Mhm.
heck?
Yeah, that was a bad one. Those both of them were I don't like them. I
No,
like the standard Crocs is just something I prefer not to wear, but they're not I mean, they're not bad. Yeah,
they've been popular for a while now.
right.
Even like in the cool circles, they've been pretty popular to
And
wear
they are
now.
comfortable. They are comfortable. I mean,
It's just like I couldn't believe the miss on those. So
yeah.
Nike better not miss.
Yeah.
Nike better
Yeah.
not miss.
No, that would be pretty crazy. But I think that this is gonna be interesting. I've been trying to because I don't know if you've seen the Air Jordan 1 will be in the battle pass. And then there's gonna be original Fortnite's gonna make original sneakers and shoes and to release. And I think the first one is Shark Tooth's like the slippers. Those slippers is gonna be in the item shop tomorrow. So it's gonna be
Now, when they release these and they send these, like this is gonna be crazy because I'm gonna need to start collecting shoes again,
bro. First of
dude.
all, they did the black toe Air Jordan ones first, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's
Because
wild.
they've been pushed back for the past 2 years. So I guess that's a good information for the sneaker community as well. But yeah, the black toes to start off is that's pretty insane, bro.
What shoes are you hoping for the most?
So well, they announced two of them already. They said they're gonna do the
I
Air
haven't
Jordan
looked at any of
4.
the
Yeah.
announcements, so I don't know.
So Air Jordan 4s, Air Jordan 1s. Now my once again, my ultimate wish is for the brand Kith to collab with Fortnite because they host all of those like sneakers and stuff like that. So I would love to see that collaboration. But another sneaker, you just we like the skins that have like all white outfits. I just need some clean Air Force Ones in there too. Give me some clean Air Force Ones. I'm Gucci with that.
So I was talking to my
A
wife about this.
couple
I was actually talking about the same thing. I said, "What if they do Air Force Ones?" And then I've never owned a pair of Air Force Ones.
really because you went with
Never.
Dunks usually, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wear Dunks, but like growing up, everyone had Air Force Ones,
yeah, bro.
and I just never bought them. And then I just wore like Dunks and Jordans like all the time. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
you
was
were
thinking about that. I was like, I might
yeah.
have to find and get some Air Force Ones. I don't know.
Bro, so like I remember this this is nuts. So listen, so back when this is when Air Force Ones are super popular, I had I got like a sneaker for the school year and then you got
Hmm.
a summer sneaker, right? That was about it, right? So the 1 year I'm cutting lawns in the summer, bro. I bought these pair of fake Air Force Ones from the corner store.
I already know where this
Bro,
story is
bro,
going.
bro, I woke up the next morning, the whole soul was yellow. It wasn't even
Hmm.
24 hours, bro. Then I tried to play football on them, like just in the park, and the whole soul came off. I was like, yeah, I learned my lesson. I guess I just gotta save my money. But that was
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I
yeah,
had to buy all my shoes myself.
yeah, bro. I was like, dang, bro, that was
But yeah,
crazy.
as you
But yeah,
guys can tell, Rob and I are gonna be huge fans of this season. I
yeah, yeah,
think. I
yeah,
mean, we're excited.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. All
So
right,
what?
so
So what's new? So what else? What else?
collection wise, I mean, it's pretty quiet still. Some crazy sales.
Hmm.
I think on Omega went super cheap.
Yeah, it had an indentation at the bottom right, that corner. But I think it still was it was pretty on
Still,
par for me. Yeah, I think
I
that
mean, I just feel like in Omega. So even with the indentation, you're looking at like an 8 or 9,
yeah.
don't you
You
think? So
well, you know what's weird about Omega? He's never really had a moment though. Like even like I remember it was a BGS 8.5. It sold for less than I thought it should. Then it was I think he might have had one major moment. Remember that was when all of the crystal shards went up at once. I think it was like 30 or something. But
mhm.
other than that, he's never really had like a moment like where he like just shot through through the roof. So I think that is always interesting to see how cards do even with bad condition because if a drift is in a bad condition or a pilly, it's still going to sell strong. So I think somebody got a good deal. I wouldn't say it's still because it was in a weird condition, but yeah, Omega never really had that moment in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess I could feel that. I guess I feel like for Omega, he's like one
Yeah.
of those cards like I'm not collecting,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm not chasing, but like if I was to invest in one, like he'd be
Yeah.
ones like, okay, this is nostalgic, this is
Mm-hmm.
OG, as we
Yeah.
have been saying now, right? So
Yeah.
like that'd be definitely one that I'd be down to like put some money down for like an investment. This is not investment
Yeah,
advice, but
yeah,
like if I was doing that kind of collecting, I was like that'd be a pretty safe bet, and I thought
yeah,
that deal that was a pretty good deal.
yeah.
Um,
It's gonna be fun to watch. As the next year goes on, of like how these Crystal Shower auctions go, and even series two.
yeah. So you guys know that we had that whole conversation with tops
Mm-hmm.
slash fanatics, however we want to talk about it. Um, I am assuming we have at least 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bare minimum,
Yeah.
right? And so I was saying this to somebody else, but like Omega selling for that is like we're gonna continue to get more and more steals as weak
Mm-hmm.
hands keep selling and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how I can make some more money. I mean, Christmas is coming up. I gotta get all
Mm.
stuff for my
You know,
kids.
I'm tapped out. If I'm not trading, I'm tapped out. When it comes to these last 3 months of the year, I'm kind of focused in. I'm chilling on the sidelines unless it's trades.
I'm just trying to find some extra cash because
Yeah.
I was like just to keep building my collection for fun. I think we're gonna find some good deals, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
keep. I feel like now is your chance if there ever was one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black Friday deals are
Now that's
coming.
yeah, that's always one that is important. It's always important.
So if you guys don't, who is it that always does it? Is it Dave and
Blowout cards.
huh?
Blowout cards.
Blowout. So let's
Yeah.
look at blowout real quick. Not
No, it's
blowout
not blowout
cards,
cards. It's blowout. Blowout cards is the forum, right?
but it is still blowout cards. But it's they
I
also
can't remember.
have a forum.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I remember we kind of tried to do that with FortniteCards.com. We tried to do the forum, but you guys weren't
Yeah.
down with it. It
Yeah,
was like
they wasn't with it.
it's just too old
Yeah.
school, I guess. Um, which I'm glad because I love our Discord. To be honest,
Yeah.
the Discord
Yeah.
is dope. All right, so if you look here, so the Black Friday prices will be kind of so they have these at 109.
Which means those are gonna that Black Friday price right there is gonna be a it's probably it might be exactly or better than last year. Cause if I'm not mistaken, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe before that sale last year, it was at like wasn't the mega box at 125 or 130? It
I
was like
cannot
around
remember. I don't remember
yeah,
any prices. Yeah.
yeah, it was around that price if I'm not mistaken.
So are you're staying away then on Black Friday?
Oh yeah, but this is my wife buys me these mega boxes for Christmas every year. So that's yeah,
Man. I got
yeah,
5 kids, and I got
yeah,
Christmas is a
yeah,
crazy time, but I'm gonna try to get something from here because I love to rip some series too.
yeah.
Um, Dang, Black Friday.
Yeah. No, this is like it's becoming a tradition to get Series 2 mega boxes during that time. It's like is I think this is 3 years in a row. And obviously that first year,
Is that what you always go for? A series too?
yeah, I go for Series 2. Like
What's the reasoning?
well, because even we know what a PSA 9 sells for. It doesn't sell great, but at those prices, it's literally no way. And I'm talking
You,
about lose as in like y'all know I like to trade the ones that I don't want to get cards and stuff like that. The past 2 years, I've literally
Basically, you're saying
yeah.
like on average,
Hmm.
once these go on sale, the cost of the box almost
Yeah.
always is the same as the cards.
Yeah. So last year, obviously I put Aura and I put
Well, yeah,
Manic.
that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd be buying too if I
Yeah,
was pulling auras. I
yeah.
mean,
The year before that, that's when I pulled the Ice King. I put
and
the
you
Ice
pulled
King.
a Zadie too, didn't you?
No, no, I never pulled Zadie. I
Oh,
wish. I
I feel like
wish.
I saw you pull a Zadie one
No,
time.
I wish, bro. That would have, yeah, that would have been dope. But yeah. So, and at that time, so you think about it, I paid 70 for that specific box. And I mean, Aura alone just shot that through the roof. And then I graded them, and then I trade and sold most of them by time 3 months in, and that ended up getting me another Series 1 Crystal Shard. So it just works. It's just like a perfect way to go into the new year. Honestly, it's beautiful.
So with the holidays coming up, I know I'm traveling,
Yeah,
so you guys are probably gonna expect us not to
same.
be here every single Friday.
Hmm.
We'll keep you guys updated. So if you guys want to keep up to date if the show is gonna be on or not, you have to either check the Discord where I'll
Yep,
post it multiple times like we did last time,
yep.
or maybe the Facebook group. It's just hard to post on like Instagram,
It
guys.
is. It
So
is.
there's no like easy way to do that. But it's gonna be the holidays are here. There's no new cards, so Rob and I aren't gonna be like super sticklers for like
Yeah.
hitting it during the holidays. So we want you guys to enjoy it too.
Yeah.
But we will be back.
Yeah.
Um, have you picked anything up? Because I did
I
finally
did.
pick up a Midas, but I
Yeah.
moved my office. I'm just trying to find it. Oh, here he is. Thank you to Daniel, man. So we did a trade,
I did a trade too. There you go.
and I'm finally got a Midas.
Hey.
Now I wanted to crack it open to send a tag, but I guess I won't.
Why?
Well, because I'll just wait and find a raw one.
Yeah, I
It's
get
just
that.
eventually I'll hit one, right? And
But
so
if I'm being honest though,
mhm.
the fact that you traded it, it might be better to crack that one than to just, than the way to buy one raw. Because then, well, no, I guess graded buying one raw and then just sending it to tag might be better.
So like I trade this. This is my chance. All right, I finally have a Midas. I have one in my collection.
Yeah,
I still have the goal of getting it for tag, so I'll just do that raw.
yeah, and that Midas might be a 6 in the tag, so you
I
got to
don't.
be
Yeah,
careful.
who knows what it's gonna be? No, it won't be a 6, but
Right.
who knows what it's gonna be in a tag? I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, and,
No.
surprisingly, like the Optichromes,
Hmm.
like I wasn't like I have 9s and 10s. They didn't do too bad.
Right.
It's the cracked ice ones that sometimes I'll hit that 6,
Yeah.
and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with those cracked ice ones.
Nah, I
They
feel
just
that.
they just get through.
Nah, I did a trade. I got Chaos Agent in the collection. It's on the display. PSA
Let's.
10.
I heard about that
Yeah,
trade.
yeah. That
So I
was a
have the PSA 9 right here. You
let's
outdid
go.
me.
Chaos
Did you
Agent,
see
bro.
you saw the female Chaos Agent, right?
Of course I did. Yes.
So
And it's
now
dope.
she won't be in the top set, just so you know.
Right. Right.
So you're gonna have to wait a while, but I'm
I
gonna be
wonder.
going for the female Chaos Agent.
Yeah, you can almost guarantee she won't be in the top set, especially with how long they're taking to curate it. I'm pretty sure the cutoff was
Yeah,
probably.
they have to be at some point. Prank says so. We have. I don't know when's the last time you got here. If you're
Mhm.
still here, I don't know when's the last episode you saw, but I have a connection with Fanatics,
Yeah.
and they told us that they'll keep THG up to date on the releases so that we can tell the community when they're ready to release. Right now, the release date is TBD. They don't
Yeah.
have any information to provide, but he did tell me that like we have each other's emails and they're gonna keep us up to date.
Yeah.
So yeah, no news, but news, I guess, kind
Yeah.
of.
And
So,
Prankster, trust us. If you when we find out, it will probably be almost at the point of annoying when we find out
dude, I'm so
any
excited. So
information.
I'm not gonna keep this to myself. I'm not just gonna like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. I'm not one of those people that's like, okay, I'm gonna start selling all this kind of stuff. So as soon as we
Yeah.
get it, you guys will know.
It's
We're
gonna
gonna
be
we're
it's
gonna
gonna
hype
be
it
out
up.
there. Yep.
Yeah, it'll be out there. We'll be excited. So no, I can't wait. Yeah, this is hopefully this turns into a beautiful partnership.
Hmm.
And with some back and forth. They looked at the website, they're aware of FortniteCars.com and all this kinds of stuff. So all good things, I hope,
Should be
to
fun.
come.
Should be fun.
Dang,
Yeah.
now I'm excited. Let's not talk about the new set. Let's not talk about the new set.
So
Um,
so another one I had to add in there was so I didn't pivot like how I'm collecting, but I did get a little bit more specific. And what I mean by that is like, okay, with the new set possibly looming, I was like, okay, I pretty much solidified my 10 for series one, right? I got to
mhm.
now I have to solidify my 10 for series two. So I had to get World Warrior, like World Warrior PSA 9. If y'all don't know, this is a higher grade. I think it's only one PSA 10 so far. So finally got
Damn,
the
that
PSA
low, a
9.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
So
looking at some other cards too. I can't remember which ones, but
uh
there's a couple that are. Oh, there's one that. No,
don't
I'm not
say
gonna talk about it. Never mind.
you're about
Forget
to,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Forget
yeah,
it.
yeah. Chill, chill. Don't do yourself like that. Yeah, bro, don't do that.
So you've been going through your top 10. So how
Yeah.
close are you to finishing your
So
top 10?
for series two, I have Ice King, I have Zadie, Aura, Chaos Agent, World Warrior. Still need. I'm
Four
not gonna lie.
more?
I
You don't have to
four
say what they
more.
are, but you see you have
Yeah.
four more.
Well, y'all know, but y'all know the one, though. I'll say one, which is the top one, links. But I am being a little picky on this one. I do want a PSA 10 in links. I don't, it's just one of those things. I don't know why, but I do want a PSA 10 in
All right.
links.
So if you guys don't know, so the pro members know this. So we did an
Yeah.
exclusive video 3 weeks ago, and we
Yep.
were breaking down series two. uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. So you guys, if y'all in that video, we went all the way through the data and stuff. But
Yeah.
what we found, like just a quick summary, is that we think that the Series 2 legendary
Mm.
are way more printed than everything else. So
Yeah.
Lynx, who is going to have way higher demand than a lot of cards, is one of the ones that's going to have a higher print run.
Hmm.
So waiting out for a 10 is not it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Although
She's a hard 10,
she's a
bro.
hard gem. So luckily, some may pop up since there's more printed. So
Yeah.
I have the links, but not a
Yeah.
10.
And my last hoorah would be, this is the way I planned it, right? So when it come to links, I'm like, okay, I'll spend it, I'll take my time, I'll wait to see if something pops up. If it doesn't, then I may consider a S1 swap or something like that just to make the pot sweet.
Mm.
But yeah, so that's the way that's my last resort. And that'll probably be whenever the set gets announced, because I know it's gonna get real before that. But yeah, that's how I'm planning that one.
Yeah, I don't plan ahead. I just look on eBay until I see something, and then I get greedy, and then I strike. So I asked no one. As you guys know, we sent a BK to
Hmm.
tag. They
Yep.
graded at 948. I
Hmm.
then broke open the slab and I sent it again months later.
Hmm.
Just the card, and they identified it as the same exact card. I got it back, and it got the same exact grade
Yeah.
at 948, which was what
Well,
we were hoping.
they caught it, and
They
they
called it. They
yeah,
said this
yeah,
was the same card. So when I didn't see what the grade was until it got back to me, but like online, it said this card was a resubmission.
yeah.
So like you don't need to send in the stuff. You don't need to send the label. They identified it. That's what the community was asking.
Hmm.
Some of us we were thinking about sending it to all of them, JL, like you had said. But I didn't see too many people interested in like sending it off to all of them. So I shipped that back to you this week, JL. So you should receive your
Hmm.
tag 9 BK. I
Yeah.
also don't have a PSA, so I'd have to send it to Rob. He'd
Right.
have to break it open, then he'd have
Yeah.
to send it. So, but you should be receiving that. I hope you would have received it by now. So maybe this weekend or Monday.
Yeah.
So I just like I sent all this stuff out. I waited. So everyone who received their card,
Hmm.
I sent it at the same time as that. So you should be getting it soon.
Yeah.
Um, I was gonna think about one more thing. Oh, I want to get your opinion on it.
Hmm.
When do you want to do the top 50 again? So if you guys aren't in the Discord, Sparkle Specialist,
Which was
so
really good, by the way.
yeah, so he asked the people in the Discord for everyone's top 50 Series 1 cards.
Hmm.
And so everyone was posting it. I think he got 17ish,
17, 18, something like that.
17, 18 submissions.
Hmm.
And then he pitted it against ours, and there's no competition. Like
Yeah.
you guys are free to do what y'all want to do, and I'm all for the community. And then I guess he had so then he did some kind. I didn't look too much into it. I try to
Hmm.
stay away from it since we do our own top 50. But he averaged all of people's votes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. So if you guys want to check that out, it's somewhere in the it's in the card talk, I believe,
Yeah.
of the Discord. What were your thoughts on that?
So I really enjoyed it, and I like the way that Sparkle Specialist did this, because the reason why is for a different reason that people may have thought. So for when we do our list, we factor in a lot of different things, right? But what this does for us that I do enjoy is it does give a community opinion, right? So
Mhm.
it's like the popularity in the community, everybody, because the first year we did it, a lot of the I know Dylan got some DMs, I got some DMs, but a lot of the DMs that I got was more so, well, this is the way the community responds to this, which I respect, right? With him doing this, I think it was very interesting that we can pin this and just have conversation around it. Yeah, I seen how we did it in the pro members. It's another tool that we can use, and I really enjoyed it. I liked seeing the new skins that was put in there and people's opinions and the different rankings. I enjoyed it. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really really cool. I have one bone to pick with you,
What's
Sparkle
that?
Specialist, if you're watching.
And what's
So
that?
he then at the end, after he had all the people post their top 50s, he said, "All right, let's vote. Which one's
Yeah.
closer, THG's or this one?" And my only thing is you can't ask the people who created the top 50 list, which one they like better because they're the ones who averaged it to
Edit it.
make that list.
Right.
Um, so that was my only point of where the data will be kind of misleading.
Yeah.
Um, but overall, I thought the list. I mean, I didn't see anything on there that was like glaring. It wasn't
Yeah.
like the Beckett list that was like
Right.
completely out of control. So like I could completely see a list like that being
Yeah.
the top 50. So
Yeah, and I think that to your point, I think what I liked about it, like it was like you really and you couldn't like directly pinpoint them because we did have series two and I think one series three in there. But
yeah,
either way, what I did like about it is that once again, still when THG when we do ours, we factor in a lot of different things. Uh,
we don't factor in the biases.
right,
I think
right,
those lists took in a lot of people's personal
certain up,
biases,
yeah,
and we try to take that out as much as we possibly can.
right.
Um, so
because
yeah.
mines would be like mines would skew it because Lux would be number one, right? That and if it was my list, right? So Lux would be number one, and which is cool and all. But I think it's great to be able to look at what Sparkle Specialist did. Just when we're having conversation, because so to that point, like so for instance, let's go with the pump, right? When me and Dylan talked about the pump last year, the interesting thing was the community was starting to value it more than the market
Hmm.
had time to adjust to. That the market didn't realize it yet because it wasn't any major auctions, and it was some private sales. But the community was picking it, like kind of notching it up a little
And
bit. So
I
that was
think it still has a high demand right now.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
so
I still think it was a little bit too high, but that's more
yeah,
so
it's possible.
opinion. That's opinion based
Yeah.
compared to just exactly what was going on.
Top
So
50 lists are hard. Real quick, before we
yeah,
go any further, thank you, JL, man. I don't want you to
yes,
hop
yes,
off
appreciate
before
you,
we
bro.
say thank you for the super sticker, man. We really appreciate it. We also appreciate you donating the BK to be.
Yes.
Wow, you trusted me to hold your Black Knight base card, and
Mhm.
do all the submitting and stuff. So thank you, man. I really appreciate the super sticker.
Yeah.
Um, you're welcome to post it, but I think he already did all the data stuff
Yeah.
for it.
But
I
still
mean,
post it.
you can still
Yeah.
post it, you can see in the card top, but yeah, he already did all the averaging and created the
Mhm.
list and compared it. Um, so
What I
and
It
go
was
ahead.
healthy too. It was healthy, like, compared
Yeah,
to like what we seen in the past, when it came to like ranking cards.
you
It
can
was
see how far the collective community has
yeah.
come to
Mhm.
ranking this stuff and like putting it together. And we said this in the exclusive episode, but like Rob and I, we're not trying to convince you guys to like
Mhm.
what we like.
Mhm.
We're putting our ideas out. That's why we do the show live. That's why we do the
Yeah.
comments. Is like we want to hear what you guys say, right? And then
Mhm.
it's like we put our stuff out there, and then we get y'all's feedback, and we just put it all out there. We don't edit any of this stuff out or anything like
Yeah.
that. So, if you guys want to do top 50 lists and all that kind of stuff, like feel free to disagree with us. We're fine.
Yeah.
Rob disagrees with me all the
Well,
time.
yeah, listen, this it's a part of it. Listen, we have it on camera, off camera, but but the thing is, one thing you're gonna get from THG is you're not gonna get this guiding force of the direction to go is gonna be truly what we feel.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, no, I mean the amount of cards graded is insane, and it's
Yeah.
even crazier if you look at. And I used to have this. Now this is I haven't updated this in some time. Let me go to share this here. If you go to hobby content, I'm gonna be updating this in some kind of way, shape, or form. I stopped updating it because freaking eBay.
Yeah, with therapy.
So I was grabbing all this data using TerraPeak to put it up here, and eBay stopped giving us some of these details, which was annoying. So the last I updated this one, it's been a while. I want to
Yeah.
say
Oh
when I
wow.
updated, it's been like a year. All right,
Yeah.
so series one was at 18,000. Let's say it's been a year. Series one was at 18,000, and now it's at 28,000.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I should update these, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna update these this weekend, guys. Don't worry, I'll update all of them this weekend. Because I'm sure this is almost as much reloaded. That's like how much Renegade
Yeah.
Ranger has been
Yeah.
graded.
No, that's a fact. It's like half of it.
Yeah, so that's gotta be different. I know series two and series three have been different, so I'll update these. I'm not gonna delete this old data here. I'm just upset that we didn't have the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll leave this because maybe they'll bring it back, or it's just like a good point of view, right?
Yeah.
So it really sucks. So I wanted to see I had total for 2023, and I wanted to see the total for 2024.
Yeah.
Freaking eBay, but I'll at least update this part. Yeah, so yeah, I'll get to that.
So quick pivot back real quick back to the game. How are you feeling about Charlie Wynn's direction right now? And what I mean by that is like to Dylan's point a couple weeks ago, when we say Charlie Wynn direction, we're not saying that he's making every single call, just kind of his reign in that chair, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, he is the creative director, so he has the biggest pull.
Yeah.
If anyone can change the story, it's him. Just like
Right.
Donald Mustard was able to convince marketing to do everything. Um, I will say that I think that the event was great because of the
Hmm.
things that I said. Um, there was less obvious story into it. That doesn't mean that there's not story. So people are complaining, but the
Right.
fact that there's a time machine and all kind of stuff, and that it's like remixing stuff.
Hmm.
My point is maybe I think chapter 6, season 1 would be really cool to see what happens.
Yep.
So he remixed it. We're bringing it back. It's almost like a refresh,
Hmm.
right? So then we can really start telling some kind of concise story, start to end.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I really like what they did with the event, regardless of what all these other people are saying.
Hmm.
Because you're always gonna. It's hard with Fortnite because everyone complains.
They're spoiled.
So yeah, reading the comments, they're spoiled. I mean,
Yeah.
they did a live event in Times Square in New York
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Yep.
Are you like okay? And it's like people are saying the game's dead and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it was entertaining. I liked it, and it got me hyped for the new season, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had to take my kid. I had to drive 2 hours to a soccer game in the morning.
That's fun. That means she balling though. That's all that means.
Yeah, but it also means that I mean I don't have my account anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
It's
I don't know. I think I'm excited. I think he did a good job with this.
mhm.
So I'm excited to see what he does with chapter 6. More than the
Yeah.
remix season, I'm excited to
Mhm.
see what he does with chapter 6.
Yo, and so two things, right? To your point, I agree with you 100%. I also say that I will say this. I don't think they need to integrate story into this part of the year. I think this part of the year should be exactly what they made it. It should be marketing. It should be marketing and trying to bring in a new
Hmm.
audience. I'm completely fine with that because they did it tastefully, right? And
When I think when they
yeah,
integrate story, so if you watched it back, like they were putting characters in there and
yeah,
stuff like that's what I mean.
yeah,
Subliminal story is
yep.
how Donald Mustard used to do it,
Hmm.
right? And then focus it on like chapter, like you said, chapter 6. You can
Yep.
start some kind of like story thing there, like you're saying. I
Hmm.
agree, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't have to be like big, but like if he can like make sure that it ties in some
Yes.
way,
Yep.
right? It doesn't
I
have to be
agree.
super obvious or
Yeah.
anything.
Just give us a little something to just
Yeah.
venture back in. And this is I just want to tie this one thing because I almost forgot. I think this kicks thing is the perfect timing. So I don't know how many people follow the sneaker industry. Jordans is falling off a little bit with this new generation. This new generation has been wearing a lot of New Balance, a lot of Asics. And like Asics and New Balance is like killing the game right now, right? And I think this was smart for Jordan Brand in general. And I know Asics and New Balance might end up in there, but just to try to capture the attention of that era again was very wise because they have taken a dip even to Adidas over the past couple years. So I
Yeah.
thought it was a very wise move.
So this is my question, and I have no idea. I'm not in the room for
Yeah.
these meetings, and
Yeah.
so my question is Fortnite positioning themselves as, they need us,
Right.
or is it the other way around? Because like you're saying, Fortnite is the marketing
Yeah.
platform,
Mhm.
and like Nike should be clamoring to do this.
That's what
And
I
I
think
don't know
that
what that
happened.
deal is like. I
Mhm.
imagine it's something like you get X% of whatever,
Mhm.
but really I feel like almost like they need to be paying Epic Games for this.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, it's like
You think it should be
revitalizing the
you
the
think it should be
brand.
reversed. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Epic Games is getting more
Mhm.
out of this than because they get all the brand awareness,
Yep.
so they should get less from the in-game sales. They should get way less, if anything.
I
The
agree.
brand awareness should be enough for like you said, like it's
Mhm.
gonna get all those kids like thinking about these shoes and stuff like that. Um, yeah, no, I think it's
Yeah.
great. It's smart.
I
Um,
that's a good point though. I do wonder how that exactly happens because that has to be it has to start off as a slight uncomfortable conversation because it's like legacy
It's like
brand versus
who
yeah,
approached who? Well, all right, let's look at the tops. Let's bring this back to cards a little bit, right?
yeah.
Tops is like Epic Games is so hard to work with. You can already tell that Tops wants to do this, and
Hmm.
Epic Games is like,
Okay.
yeah, okay, redo this. All
Yep.
right, so like that's their where they are on the food chain. And if you read all the comments and people are like, oh, it's dead game and stuff like that,
Hmm.
yeah, businesses aren't looking at it that way. Businesses don't care about all that, like what
Yep.
kids think is technically hype and stuff, or what's hot and all that stuff. They care about the numbers. And
Yep.
eventually, that hype comes back. So, um, I think it's really interesting, and I'm convincing myself to buy more Fortnite cards. I gotta
to
stop.
to your point, that was a great point because even if you think about it, like bro, action figures, that's like one of the things where it's like you felt like it was a must for it to continue on. And
Hmm.
Epic Games is like, yeah, we hear you, but it's not working right now. Like they,
Yeah.
they just throw it on the shelf. Like, it's off the shelves. And it's like they can they can do that. They can do
Hmm.
that, and it puts no dent in anything. Yes, some collectors, it obviously we're going through it right now. You kind of miss out on collecting, but at the end of the day, business wise, they're like the yes and no is definitely in their hands, 100% all
Yeah,
day.
it's crazy. And I was looking at some of the games. I mean, we already know they're trying to make the whole platform.
Yeah.
Like people still don't understand the potential of all like
Mhm.
people creating their own games and stuff like that. Now that you're getting the whole shoe thing, Fortnite's always throwing like random left hooks, and you just don't know what
Yeah.
they're gonna hit. So, because so at a new chapter, they always add something. We didn't
Mhm.
say this.
Yeah.
They're adding the shoes during the remix
The
season.
remix season. That says a lot, bro.
That's why. That
That's
means they have so much stuff
mhm.
for chapter 6 that they didn't have to wait to release that.
Mhm.
Like, dude, this is a month long. Like the content for the month long season should be enough.
Yeah.
But then to drop a whole new exclusive add on to the game,
It's crazy.
I don't know what's gonna happen in chapter 6 now that I say that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. Like it's kind of hard to for a lot of people to understand like how easy it is for them to say no. Like it's very easy for them to say no to
Or it's
major
also how
things.
smart it is. So if you look at the product, like you saying, that's not their main business. The digital realm is their business. So
Hmm.
building Fortnite out so that it is the juggernaut that hosts millions of games and
Hmm.
has like all the attention. The attention is what they need for like
Yep.
all these brands to keep paying them and do all this kinds of stuff, right? That's their main business. So it's very easy for them to say no and smart for them to say no if it's too much work,
Yes.
right? And maybe that's why they partner with all these brands.
Hmm.
So like brands license from them because they don't have to focus on it as long as it's not hurting their reputation, all that kinds of
Hmm.
stuff. You know what I mean? Which makes me think that they're them doing this with tops and making it take so long,
Hmm.
that means they care. I
Yeah.
just convinced myself because all these other things is they don't care, right? They're like, okay,
Yeah.
you do
Yeah.
it. We don't have time to focus on license it, put out your product, do your makeup, do your skateboards.
Hmm.
But for the tops thing, they're doing meetings, they're coming back, they're like delaying it.
Yeah.
That shows a lot to me. I
Like
think like that helps their brain. That
it
might be a
does.
future core. Who
It
knows?
does. And to that, like, okay, so hypothetically speaking, right? Like, it's like that. If tops is, if this is becoming important to them, it has to be like, okay, if a card is gonna sell for, let's just call it $5,000. If a card is gonna sell for $5,000, we need to be completely happy with what product comes out. Like, because we know they may not care about the resale value, but they care about the overall image of Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's a weird thing. Like, it has nothing to do with, oh, Black Knight sold for X. It's more so, okay, if this card is gonna have this, if it's gonna have this understanding and this polarizing aspect, we have to be happy with what product is put out there. And I don't think they were completely happy with Panini. And even though Panini did a great job with the actual physical card, I think that's a lot that goes into what Epic Games is
It,
feeling.
it, it also might have been so they always want to be part of the premium brands.
Yeah,
Panini was losing it, so it could have been a lot of politics, right?
yeah,
They could have saw that Tops is like coming out, and if you notice, they always work with the top brands.
yep,
Whatever's top brand they're working with, so like Nike,
Mhm.
Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
Eminem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like they're top of the top. They don't. I don't know the Spice one. I don't ask me about that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But usually it's the top brands, and that could have played a part. I have no idea. They saw that they were losing it. Um, but like you're saying, it's all about branding, and they don't want their cars to be like, oh, it's the inferior product that no one like
Yeah.
flex or goes to the wayside. So
Yeah.
I mean, imagine we don't really know. This is just
Right.
our ideas talking.
This our usual Friday hypotheticals, y'all. Y'all know we're good for at least 3 a week.
Yeah, that's correct. It wouldn't surprise me if Epic is pushing Tops to put out the best looking cards they've ever done. I hope so. And if you look at like the Galaxy ones, like the
Mhm.
Star Wars one, I think they can do some really cool stuff. Um, and I y'all know I'm picky about the design stuff that I like.
Yeah.
I think Epic Games almost always hits it out of the park design wise.
Mhm.
So they have some really good creative directors. They have I mean, whoever's looking at this, I'm sure they're attacking it with like, a fine comb. They're just making sure it hits all the points.
Yeah.
Um, like for me, one of the biggest misses was the rarity thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? You know what it was probably? It was probably the screenshots. When Epic Games probably saw the screenshots from
Yeah.
Panini,
Yeah.
that's probably when they decided looking elsewhere. To be completely
It's like,
honest,
what
because
is this, bro?
those screenshots, I kid you not, I believe this
Yeah.
100%, stunted the growth of Fortnite cards more than anything anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those screenshots stunted and cost more sales than
Mhm.
anything else.
Yep.
That was the launch of that product. And like your first impression is super important. And
Yeah.
when you open up a pack at like I did, like a 7-Eleven, and all you get are blurry screenshots.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that
So
was bad.
that's it. That's why they didn't. That's why they left Panini. I'm guaranteed. I guarantee you that's exactly why. That's why I almost didn't collect them.
Man, listen, them screenshots were deadly, and it's they were so bad you forget that like loading screens is on the other side of them because the front screenshot is that bad.
Yeah,
Like,
they're so bad. I don't even include them on the website.
yeah, yeah, it's tough. Speaking of that, did you see what that Mickey Mouse Super Fractor sold for?
No, I didn't.
Bro, I got hold on. I just want to confirm because
But
it was
Warfighter, there's also word of mouth and the first impressions, right? And I guarantee you, there's so many people who saw those screenshots and it was like, what the heck is this? Like I saw
yeah.
so many videos in the beginning that stunted the growth more than anything. I can
Mhm.
almost guarantee you. I mean, you can market all you want. I mean, if they would have to market only the shards.
For sure. For sure. Like
But
that's
it
all they would
wasn't
have
the
to do.
marketing, it was the word of mouth. It's like no one talked about them. Like it's like anybody who found the product saw the screenshots. They're not going to tell anybody. That's why there was no word of mouth.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, those screenshots did more harm than anything else.
Yeah. That so side note that Mickey Mouse Super Fractor 2023 sold for 500K.
25K,
500K.
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 Woo! Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's insane. Um, I'm still reading some of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hits were really low. Yeah, and people aren't used to that, but really, I think it's really just a screen. Because
No,
if you open up a hobby box, you get one hollow and then 100 screenshots.
yeah.
Like,
No, Warfighter, what we're saying is that it was bad fillers. Like, yeah, every card has fill. It was just bad. It was just bad fillers. Like, I actually think Series 2's was better.
go through
Yeah.
sports and look at their fillers, and some of the fillers you want to keep.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is dope. You look at it when you open up a pack of Fortnite cards and see those screenshots. Nothing about that is like, oh, this is cool. Oh, I hope I hit this one in a hollow. No, it's just really, it's probably the worst filler I've ever seen out of any product.
Yeah, like it was literally the filler. Like for instance, like series two, like the locations. Like for instance, I love the Pleasant Park, uh, filler card for
Hmm.
series two. I Pleasant Park's like
Those
my
were
favorite
way
location.
better.
Yeah, yeah,
The screenshots looked like an amateur just did it. They looked like someone took a picture with their phone while playing Fortnite.
what we're getting at is it looked like when you accidentally make a screenshot. That's what they look like for the most part. It looks like when you accidentally make a screenshot in a game, and you're in a balloon. 30 feet in the air. You was like, when did I take this? That's what it felt like to me.
Because
Those
I
those
know, for
screenshots.
instance, when I got my first pack and I saw those
Mhm.
screenshots, I threw the whole thing away, ignored it, and then finally I saw a mega box months later at Target. It was the last one. I was like, all
Yeah,
right, let me try this again.
yeah,
Not many people are gonna try it again.
yeah. Like even so to our dang, that's crazy. 24K. Whew, that's nuts. Like to Warfighter thing again, like it's like if it was, I feel like even if it was the way the loading screens was for reloaded, even if those were base, right? If those were base, that would have been great. Like it's a lot of different things that they could have done. And obviously the other side of the screenshot was the loading screens. I think they were just lazy screenshots more than bad. The
And they should,
concept
in
was
my
bad.
opinion,
Yeah.
yeah, 100. They shouldn't use screenshots in general. It's just, it just wasn't even like high quality. I mean, that's those the quality of those screenshots were worse than my me playing Fortnite in what do I play in
Yeah.
performance mode.
Yeah.
Like they weren't even like in the high res mode. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I don't want to speak for Dylan on this, but I think when you were saying that, you were just saying more so one of the reasons or one of the main reasons that they
I
didn't
think
think.
the biggest
Yeah,
downfall
yeah,
was the screenshots. I really do.
yeah.
I think they could have been way more successful. I think they could have had a bigger launch if they didn't have the screenshots.
Yeah, I wouldn't go. I would say I would mix yours together. I would say that it was the
Let
fact
me
of
put it
no
this
marketing.
way.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me put it this
yeah.
way.
Go
When
ahead.
you're doing a product, right? Marketing is what you use when your product doesn't sell itself.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, if they had marketed, it would have sold more.
Mm-hmm.
But if they didn't use those damn screenshots, they wouldn't have had to have marketed. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, the print so here's the other part. The print run was low, but the problem is that the hits were the mega boxes. Those crystal shards looked great, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you had to go through all this other product only to hit an occasional hollow, but then pull a whole bunch of screenshots,
Mm-hmm.
like no one's gonna talk about that. I didn't start talking about Fortnite until I saw Shard,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
once I saw it, it was off to the races. So like if
And
you could say like if they had put shards in there, the filler would have been fine. Like if you could have pulled a shard at any pack, that might
mm-hmm.
have done it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, it's just like it was. That's just my opinion, though. You
Yeah.
know,
And you're kind of leaning towards like because I know what you're talking about. You're leaning towards the fact that there's 3 packs, the fact that there's 6 packs where those screenshots kind of take up half of
hmm
what you're going to even experience. And so if you're going into a Walgreens at that time, if you're going into a 7-Eleven, into a Family Dollar, and you get that 3 pack or 6 pack, the experience is going to be a little bit lower than usual.
yeah. All right, but when we talk about the prototypes for those, you're buying that because that was a prototype. You know,
Yeah.
so it's a little, you're
Yeah.
not buying because you love the screenshot. You know what I mean? So, and
Mhm.
I'm not trying to tank anything. This is just my opinion. Y'all don't have to listen to it. I think it was their biggest downfall was the
Yeah.
screenshots.
Yeah, in Warfighter, there is marketing for both sides of those. Like so I think what Dylan is getting at is that the the marketing of Fortnite sells itself. Like Fortnite sells itself, but then there's marketing after and before, and I think the before
Most
marketing
trading
is
cards
yeah,
sell themselves.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
the trading card companies don't put a whole lot of money into marketing.
hmm,
They really don't. You don't see ads everywhere for trading cards and stuff like that. The
yeah,
reason why they blow up is because people buy them and start trading them and talk about it and trade. Like
yeah,
trading cards in general just create word of mouth,
yeah,
right? Because you have to show your cards, you have to sell them, you have to trade them. There's groups. That's how they get that mark. They don't have to spend a lot pushing the product. If they
yeah.
do, then like it's not a great product.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
because and I think it was a weird time, but like to wrap the overall point up is like so right now you see where Panini is at the moment. Like so when Panini is about to release a product, they show the hits like a couple days before. Like so they'll show the hits for like let's say NBA Prism, right? They'll show all of those hits. People get excited because it's a new parallel or
hmm
it's an A, B, and C. And then after that what happens is it goes to breakers, like the breaker aspect. But back then, it wasn't the same thing. So I get what they're getting at, but it was something that they could have done in that filler spot to really push the product forward, especially when you're only getting 3 cards. You're getting 3 cards, you're getting 6 cards. It could have been a little bit more that went into that aspect of your first impression. That first
Mhm.
impression is the proper thing, because the first impression, that's where the word of mouth comes from. That's where the buildup comes from, and that kind of lacks when you have 2 loading screens, or A, B, and C when it comes to that. So yeah,
Yeah,
I feel you.
so I don't think this is an unpopular opinion at all. First of all, the first set, no one's had ever heard of Fortnite cards. This is 2019. The game's been out 2 years,
Hmm.
right? It
Yeah.
wasn't what it is today. It wasn't a established brand yet.
Hmm.
It had a huge popularity boost. It was everywhere. It was part of like the media and everything.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it wasn't
Yep.
an established brand yet. Not only that, it wasn't a hobby. People didn't collect it. When you release sports cards, you have people who've been collecting those for many years. You release Pokemon
Hmm.
cards, they've been collecting those for many, many years,
Yeah.
right? Same thing with all like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that, and the ones that you actually play against. So they had to establish it first. So it's going to have a much, much weaker start,
Hmm.
and then it's also a new concept. So
Yeah.
yes, there's sports, and then there's Pokemon, which is a TCG. There hasn't really been something like Fortnite where like you have all these you have enough characters where it resembles a draft class for sports,
Hmm.
but at the same time, like you get that every year. It's very unique in my opinion. So they were it was an uphill
Okay.
battle for sure.
So okay, I give an opinion. I give one right here. I feel you, Warfighter. What we're getting at is, has a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad ever got you to be interested in buying something? You specifically, Dylan. Like,
No,
has
me?
yeah, like, has a Facebook or an Instagram ad ever got you interested in buying something?
Yeah, maybe I don't know if I've ever made a purchase, but I've
Yeah.
been intrigued by
Like
wanting
it,
to.
and then
Yeah.
so I think like what this is my opinion first, to just kind of bounce off of
Mhm.
what Warfighter is saying. Um when it comes to like products, like it could be any type of product, right? If it's a good Facebook ad, like a really good Facebook ad, it's you're being pushed the product, but
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
but it was so well done that you kind of respect it. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you kind of respect it. And I think the the uh the post marketing wasn't there because the actual product wasn't interesting. And it also ties to what JT said, where it's not as popular as people think, or people care about Fortnite cards as much as people would assume. But all of those things go in encompass, and I think missed opportunities were with the loading screens. It's just what I would say personally.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at it, and I mean, it was an uphill battle, right? And for them to people to complain they didn't put enough money in marketing it, they don't. I don't think Panini has a large budget marketing their stuff, and they're not going to spend even more money marketing because I'm sure the IP was expensive,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So spending that money to market it with an unproven product isn't smart either.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they really have to establish a market, which is part of why they were pissed and
Hmm.
named them in the lawsuit
Hmm.
because they established the market. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? They paid for it and they had to do all that stuff and they established it.
Hmm.
So, I mean, and the whole thing with the cigarettes, yeah, I get the sports thing, and that was the marketing. They weren't advertising for a sports card. They were selling a product, and you got a card with it.
Yeah.
It's a
And
kind
like,
of it's a different concept. They weren't like advertising, "Oh, come buy cards," you
yeah.
know?
Because like, even with the cigarette thing, like, even if you go with like the Honus Wagner, the whole lore of those cards came when Honus Wagner didn't want to be connected to a tobacco company, so they had to stop producing his card, and then the Honus Wagner card became that sought after one, just because the scarcity of the card was there compared to the rest of the set. But it's not saying like, I'll say for me, I'm not saying that that's the reason. I'm saying that when you're opening a product, because I opened a lot of products starting off, even before doing THG, doing Wednesdays, I
Mhm.
was, and it I hate to say it, to an extent, unless you love the cards, to a common man, it's boring compared to what you see
Yeah.
in other sets. And that's just, and obviously as you get into series 3 and stuff like that, that changes. But for series 1, it would, yeah, it felt that way. Now, when you have a fat pack, you get a hollow hit, X amount of times, it's different. But when you have a pack of 3 and 6, your
So
first
like
experience can be sort of
I get what you're
kind of
saying. So
different.
for the people who think long term, the collectors who think long term, when they
Yeah,
see that hit rate, they love it.
yeah, yeah.
The average person who likes to rip the pool stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? They hate it. They like trying to pull something is difficult and it's like not as fun,
Yeah,
especially if you're used to ripping Pokemon, which you get a
yeah.
hollow every pack and stuff like that. So I mean, there's a lot of things that added to it. I will say that yeah, the nostalgia. All you need is like to build up the nostalgia and like the hobby is gonna be a slow growth. We want a slow growth. We don't
Mm-hmm.
want it to like fizzle out and die, right? Nostalgia, like Fortnite has established that. It's been how many years? 7 years now
Mm-hmm.
of like over 1 million people playing constantly.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's insane numbers, guys. The IP level is insane. So nostalgia will hit. Will they all want to collect cards? I have no idea. I love it. I
yeah,
know that people get attached to certain skins, and no better way can you collect that one skin that they have thousands than to get the card.
yeah.
So
And I'll say this to what you just said. This is where I would bow out of if Fortnite cards work or not. Once it is a part of the new updates, like so like when Fire Monkey and Happy Power and Camping Rusher is actually introducing these cards on their weekly video, when that happens, if it's does or if the marketing doesn't work, then I'll be like, you know what, people just don't want Fortnite cards until it's in front of the right faces. I would i would beg to say that these it still hasn't had its that proper marketing. And I know y'all are saying that as well, like Warfighter and Jo and stuff like that, but that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited the fact that the people that
now,
supposedly haven't
just so
seen it
I'm
yet.
clear, Warfighter and
Yeah,
them for the whole marketing. When y'all say marketing is a broad subject, so I want to make
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Are
yeah.
you saying advertisements? Or are
Right,
you
that's what
saying
I
their
was.
marketing strategies were bad? Because
Yeah.
to be completely honest, the whole screenshot thing is part of the marketing,
Hmm.
right? And like it has a part to play.
Yeah,
And the way they release it has a part to play in the marketing. That's all marketing. All that strategy is marketing. So I just want to make sure you're not just talking about ads. Because my thing is, you can advertise all you want, but people don't love opening up those packs. It's not going to help.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's kind of what I was getting at. Because even now, like we stopped once we got our card, we started buying singles because unless you
Hmm.
open up a mega box, it's not fun to rip series
No,
1, series 2, or series 3, in my
no.
opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
And
And
it's like
yeah,
you have to rip a meg for me, I have to rip a mega box.
yeah.
Not everybody's like that, but that's how it was for me.
Hmm.
And it lost its luster, and that was a marketing problem. They
Yeah,
planned that set wrong. And the way that these hobbies work with breakers, that's why breakers are so popular. People love to watch people open stuff.
yeah,
But if the biggest hits is in a box where it's just a clear plastic every time, that's not as fun as watching people rip. Who knows what is going to be in this pack?
yeah,
So that's the marketing I'm talking about that I'd like to see them do, and hopefully Epic Games is like on them to make sure that they think this through.
yeah,
That's just my 2 cents, my
yeah.
ten
Because
cents.
yeah, like even like onto the breaker aspect, like for instance, everybody that breaks like West Drum, Daniel, and anybody else that does breaking content. If the set is more entertaining, like as in just ripping, they have to do less entertainment. It's just like a natural progression. And I think that's gonna be great for them. Like, I mean, when West Drum and Daniel is breaking with tops, it's gonna feel completely like they're gonna enjoy themselves. Like it really
Exactly.
is. Like,
Let's talk about One Piece for a minute. So
yeah,
like if I see some packs at Target, I buy the One Piece packs,
yeah,
and I'll buy like 6 or 8 of those things, and I just know that I have a chance
mhm,
to hit the biggest card.
yeah,
You can buy a $5 pack and hit a $5,000 card.
hmm,
And so that's fun to rip to see what you get. You can pull almost anything from that. And that's with sports too. Like the LeBron card that got bought from a 7-Eleven for like a
hmm,
$2 pack sold for $100,000.
yeah,
So, and that is like his super factor. So it was like a I forget what it was. It was like a one of one. But like being able to pull those, like that's a big part of the hobby now,
yeah.
especially when you do it on camera. So that also had a part to play.
Yeah, so like it's like so I mean, I think like I agree with you right here, Warfighter. Like marketing is advertising, but it's a broad scale of different type of
I have to just
marketing.
our advertising is a
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of marketing. I
Right.
have to stress that. Marketing is not advertisement.
It's different.
Advertising is one small part of marketing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Just have to make sure I'm clear about that. That's
Like,
not that's not. There's many forms of marketing, and a lot of people do not advertise.
mhm.
They don't have to advertise.
Like, even like, so for instance, me and Dylan talk about this all the time just because this is like stuff that we like to talk about. But like even like dry marketing. Like, so it's probably my favorite type of marketing, where it's like, okay, if you give if you give X a shirt, right? If you give X a shirt, I put on the shirt, I say nothing, right? And then people start commenting
Hmm.
about the actual shirt, and then this person brings up where they got the shirt from. It it's a different level of authenticity, even if it's strategic. And I guess it's just more so, I'm talking more about the different strategies that could have been used. And those loading
Yeah,
screen
yeah,
cards those
yeah.
screenshot
It's
cards is
part
a
of it.
part of
It's
it.
part
It's
of
a
it.
part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just looking at.
Let's clear this up real quick for Phantom. Series 1 megaboxes were only available in Target, not Walmart.
Yeah,
So Walmart didn't sell megaboxes until Series 3.
yeah,
Series 1 and Series 2 megaboxes were unique to Target. They were Target exclusives. And
yeah,
that's why we've been telling people that, those ones are shorter print than the Series 3, right?
yeah,
Because Series 3, they opened up megaboxes to multiple stores.
yeah,
Because everyone, they knew that was the chase at that point, and they lost the contract, so I'm sure they would just send them to all of them as they could.
yeah.
But yeah, Series 1 and Series 2 were Target exclusive, so you can like try to figure out like how we've done this before. Like there's 1,800 targets.
Mm,
How many they had at a time? I think they only stocked 3 to 4 megas at a time. At
yeah.
least Series 1. So it's kind of crazy to think about. Um,
I would people won't like me saying this, but I would say like the legit Honus Wagner of Fortnite cards is probably the Renegade Raider prototype. That's the
Heck yeah.
that's the one I think that is definitely. It just feels like that though. You know what I mean? It has the lore and the story to go with it, but it also has like this vintage look that just works. And this Renegade Raider is like, and obviously there's a
Actually,
couple
the
in there.
Renegade Raider prototype is trash. In fact, you know what? I'll take it off your hands. I'll give you all my cards for it. I'll just start completely over. Let me get that one card. I'll do it right now.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, 1999 fan base for Pokemon. Yeah, I remember Pokemon was
yeah, it was off the rip. That was our era. Like that was
yeah,
that was
and there was
like
everyone's running around trading cards and stuff like that, and that's why Pokemon is so huge now. It was a big part back then when we were growing up,
yeah,
right? So when now that it's still around, and now that the hobby's thriving, it can be a hobby for grown-ups. It's
yeah.
nostalgic as heck, right? So,
My cousin stole my Game Boy back then too, bro. That was tragic.
dude,
That was tragic, bro. I was pissed. I got it on my birthday. It was like I woke up the next morning. I'm like, yo, where's my Game Boy at? Like, so I'm looking, I'm tripping, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to get killed. Bro, I went to his house like 2 weeks later, and the cartridge was on his dresser. And now he's my older cousin by 7 years. So I pressed him. That didn't end well for me. But yeah,
I always love
that
when
was bad.
you try to approach somebody that stole something,
It's
and
like,
it just never works out.
it didn't end well for me, bro.
'Cause first of all, if they're willing to steal it, they're gonna
They
lie through
Yeah,
their
they already
teeth.
know what's up.
Yeah, they're gonna lie so hard. Yo, Richard, what's good, man? The working man. Haven't seen you here. Hope you're doing good, Richard, man. Um,
Rich is in here, bro. That's what's up, bro. How you been? How the work life been, bro?
yeah, the high end prototype. I mean,
Yeah,
prototypes are really, really cool. They're really, really.
yeah,
They're gonna be very expensive, in my opinion, especially as the hobby develops, as it already
yeah,
has.
yeah,
Um, I mean, honestly, I feel like people keep saying like, "Oh, what if no one collects Fortnite?" I mean, I fell in love with that. It made me stop collecting other stuff.
yeah.
I already and same with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I can't look that and be like, oh, okay, maybe it won't be anything. From
Yeah,
what I've seen already and what I've experienced,
mm-hmm.
I already know it has legs.
Yeah,
So I'm not worried.
yeah, yeah,
You must have missed it. Live event was it was good. I liked it.
yeah,
It's gonna be a fun 4 weeks, in my
yeah.
opinion.
For sure, agreed.
He said Richard's ready to fight everyone that said growing up was fun. I don't think
Yeah,
we've ever said that's where we all collect cards because growing
yeah.
up isn't
Listen,
that fun.
you got to balance it out, right?
This is the biggest downfall of the event.
Wait, but JT, hold on. JT, are you player or you really never heard of her? It's very possible that you didn't. So that's why I'm
You
asking.
know, I've heard of her.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you one song,
you wouldn't.
and
Yeah,
it took me a while to recognize who she was.
yeah,
Like I was like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. He said he's definitely got a reality show.
That's Richard. It's a curve to it, bro. You'll be good. You'll be good. It is a smooth transition.
Richard, you already have so many qualities. You're out there hustling, selling
Yeah,
cards. My only advice for you is just like you don't have to play the same game as everybody else. You know, there's lots of ways to make money, man.
yeah,
So think outside the box, bro.
yeah. No, JT. It's literally like,
I
but it's
still couldn't tell
people
you
that.
one song.
Yeah, I don't. I like all I know. The thing is, matter of fact, I think she's from New York. I don't know, but I'm almost.
And
My
she's from
brother.
New York, and you don't know any of her songs.
Well, no, you know how. Don't get me started on that. But but yeah, no, Ice Spice there was definitely it was a weird one. It was a weird one.
Yeah. But here's my question: how much did she pay to do that?
Yeah,
Because
that it has to be
th-
that way, right?
there's no way
It's
Unless Snoop Dogg was like, "Oh, can we bring Ice Spice?" Because
yeah,
Snoop Dogg was the main event. She
industry
only did
plant.
one song. He did like four.
Yeah,
So
no,
I don't know what happened, but
okay,
she wasn't there by Epic Games' choice. I don't think.
yeah. If they were gonna do this rap thing, right? This is what and I hate saying this because of who I was originally a fan of. So uh I'm a big J. Cole fan, always have been, right? But Kendrick in that Ice Spice spot would have been numbers wise would have been crazy because you got the Snoop connection, and then you also have the Kendrick connection there, and then obviously Kendrick with the diss record.
Almost
It would have
any
been crazy.
rapper,
Yeah,
would have been better. But maybe they
yeah,
wanted a female.
and
And
yeah, then it would
so
have been
let's think
Nicki.
Nicki Minaj. Maybe Nicki Minaj was like, "No, I ain't touching that."
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
Who
another.
else? What other female rapper would you put up there
It would have if it was like
as a
basing it off of
legend?
a legend. Oh shoot. Yeah, it would have to be Nikki.
That's
Like,
insane because that's
but
kind of
if they want to go modern, right? If they want to go modern, they could have went with an artist. I don't listen to her music, but I do know that she is popular, which is artist Glorilla. She probably could have fit in that mold, but she might be a
okay.
little
Missy
yeah,
Elliott. I would say
Missy.
anyone would have been better. Even Cardi B would have been better.
Yeah, Missy is classic for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, she has the industry
I,
support. Let's put it that
I
way.
maybe I don't know. My daughter was like, no one likes her, so
She has
I don't know.
you see, and that's the thing to your daughter's point. When you have the industry backing, you literally don't have to be liked and you can still do
Oh yeah,
numbers,
that's
which is
true.
crazy.
True.
Like so she's right,
It
you know.
wasn't really an advertisement. More, it was like it was a live concert. So they took
Yeah,
over New York Times Square, and then in game you could watch the live concert. I thought they did it really, really well
yeah,
for what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a live concert. Was it as cool as Travis Scott in game concert? No.
yeah, yeah.
So, but it was live. It was pretty cool, and then they integrated it into the game, and then we got to see a preview for the next season. So I thought it did what it needed to do.
See, but those is
Lil Kim,
like Lauren Hill and Lil Kim and Missy. Those are like legacy acts that are like cemented. Like Snoop and M has like superseded eras, and
yeah.
I think those are like legacy acts. I think
So let's
Rihanna,
see if no, see, but they did rap though. I feel
yeah,
like they
and
went
that's
straight
R
rap.
and B.
Now
That's R&B. That's
they did
pop.
R&B and
You have a
hip
lot more
hop.
options.
Yeah, because then I would have been like, okay, Beyonce. You
Yeah,
could have done Beyonce. You could have done Rihanna. Although Rihanna hasn't put out.
she hasn't put out albums since what was that 20?
Well, Snoop Dogg hasn't put out albums either,
No,
really.
Snoop know how to milk
Yeah,
his hits.
But Snoop is
Yeah,
in all the media,
yeah.
I guess.
He was Olympics, and he know how to milk his hits the right way, and that's as you should. You really shouldn't be putting music out in your 50s and 60s. So
Yeah, yeah. If you were there, first of all, as a concert goes, I just went to a concert on Wednesday.
mhm.
Freaking phenomenal and way better than what that was. So um I was like, dang, two concerts 1 week, man.
yeah,
So
yeah. Is Jake, we're talking about who could have possibly been in that Ice Spice space because of it has to be like to like the names that everybody's naming. You have legacy acts, but you also have to have like an artist that's like they're not don't have to be relevant now, but they do have to have like a cross understanding of like
I mean
of
they
eras.
it's
Like
up there with Juice World, Eminem, and Snoop Dogg.
yeah.
And Ice Spice didn't have the same impact even Juice World had, even though he died
Mm-mm,
super, super young.
mm-mm.
You know what I
It
mean? He has billions. Like, if you look at our, I don't know, I might be talking on my ass to be honest. But if you look at Juice
his
World, like
numbers was crazy.
his numbers are crazy in the
Yeah.
billions.
Yeah.
What's Ice Spice's numbers at on Spotify?
It don't even matter
It's
what
probably fake. But
what numbers do you want them to be at? That's the
yeah,
question.
you go. Yeah, there you go.
You
There you
know,
go.
what numbers do you want them to be at?
Yeah,
Have a good one, Rich. Appreciate you dropping in, bro.
yeah. Everyone, check out Richard's video he's dropping tomorrow. I'm sure
Yeah.
it'll be a good one.
I think Nikki would have fit. Nikki
Oh
would have
yeah,
fit that. Yeah.
Nikki would have fit for sure. But hey, I'm just glad they added Eminem in there with my mom's spaghetti. That's
Yeah, yeah. That was first of all, the new style is fire, by the way. The new Eminem skin style is dope too. But yeah, we'll see. It should be interesting. I think you well what it is that TikTok definitely influenced the Ice Spice aspect. I would assume. I would assume that she runs the TikTok
I'm
algorithm in
sure
some
the
form,
can. All right, let's put it this way: we don't care about Ice Spice, but we care about Snoop Dogg and Eminem.
and they
And
seen
there's gonna be
something.
people who
Yeah,
care about Ice Spice and not about
yeah,
Eminem and Snoop Dogg. So maybe that's why.
yeah, yeah. JT
They're not paying you
funny.
to watch THG. I have a funny song, but I'm not gonna sing it. Um, it's
Good.
about pooping on a company time. You ever heard that
Yeah, I
song?
know what you're talking about. Yeah,
All right, you want to do some pickups real quick
yeah, yeah,
since we missed last week. I'm gonna try to fly through these.
yeah,
Here is Zenith. This is like one of the things we were talking about. This is a dollar pickup.
yeah.
First of all, that's crazy. But this is what we're talking about. The Legendary Series 2 seem to be way more available than any other Series 2 shards. So keep that in mind,
You wanna know how
guys.
many times I pulled that card?
I've pulled that card multiple times
I
too.
pulled it 5 times, bro.
I haven't counted, but I've pulled it multiple times.
Twice in one box sitting. Like I had like 6 boxes.
You know what's a shame? You know what's a shame with this whole legendary thing? This like so we've been doing this without new sets come out, so we have this information.
Yeah,
But remember we did an episode with Zero,
yeah.
and I was like, his name's Zero, 0 point, first skin, chapter
Mhm.
2. I
Yeah,
need to buy this skin. I went out and I dropped a few $100
yeah,
on his shard because that's what was available.
yeah,
And I guarantee you it's gonna become like this dollar price range because he's like,
yeah.
first of all, he's not the main thing yet, and also he's overly printed. So it's like
Mhm.
that's great for me.
By the way, Jo, what I meant is shouldn't have to put music out. Like Snoop Dogg and Eminem never have to put music out again. Like if they didn't want to. Like they are cemented 100%.
Oh yeah, I mean, Eminem submitted like 100 times over.
Yeah, like
Like
they don't if they wanted to stop and just be like, yo, I'm done, they're good. They wouldn't have to do it ever again.
it doesn't surprise me that Snoop is releasing a new album too. I don't think it'll hit as good.
Nah, nah, he's done
Like
that a couple
Snoop,
times too.
yeah, like Snoop's music was for that era. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It hasn't. So I mean, we'll see though. I don't want to shit on Snoop though.
He also knows how to manage collaborations as well to stay within that
Mm,
LA space. So
that's
yeah,
true. That's true. That's true. Any kind of collaborations that could probably be dope.
yeah.
All right, let's see what Jesper's got here. Are these
Look at
Italy?
those
I'm
Italy,
assuming.
bro. Those
Yeah,
Italy's hitting.
I know you're turning into Italy collector over
Yeah,
here.
I like those Italy cracked ice, bro.
I really like that one. What was it? Jules? That Italy
Hmm.
cracked ice Jules was like insane.
Oh man,
Omen, pretty freaking clean for a 9. Jeremy Toaster with some hollows.
beautiful.
Ooh, a BK
What is that, a 9?
and a, yeah.
Is that a 9? I can't tell.
That's a 7 for the
7?
BK, a 9 for the Gold Trooper.
It's
Gosh,
dope,
I
dope.
want a Tag 10 Gold Trooper Hollow.
That'll be that. Yeah, I mean, you would have the card at that point.
Actually, I mean, I'll be fine with a Tag 9
Hmm.
with the numbers. I just want to see
Yeah,
how close I can get because like I'm not saying PSA is not they're not cutting corners here because this is every time they get a Gold Trooper, it's a 9.
yeah.
So I believe them, right? I
Yep.
believe them. It's just Ghoul
That's
is
a
a
hard
hard
one.
one, and I don't know why, but it's rough. All right, we got some more hollows. I like all the series too. Oh no, that's Octochrome for top row.
Yep.
Yep,
Uh,
you can see it right here
for
at the
links,
logo.
for links and
Lynx and
Hush.
Hush.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you're right. These aren't
yeah. First of all, shout out to
King.
Toxin and Chaos Agent for the
These
remix.
Octochromes look so good.
They do.
The Optichromes look good. Oh, and by the way, the whole when we were talking about legendaries and stuff, that doesn't mean Optichrome.
Right.
So Link's Optichromes might be more interesting than. All right, there just won't be a big difference between the other Optichromes. Is what I'm saying. So technically, that might mean that the Optichromes have a higher cost
Mm-hmm.
in comparison. So like
Mm-hmm.
a Link Shard to a skin that's not as popular. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Might not have as big a difference than the Optichrome has to the other
Right.
one, if that makes sense. Probably
Yep.
just talked in a circle, but
Nah, you good, bro.
basketball, I actually like that
I
skin.
like I
That
like that skin a lot, bro.
I don't even know if I've seen it in
Seen
game
it
ever before, but
not since season 4. That's the last time I'd like seen him consistently.
I don't know
Chapter.
what it is. I don't know what it is about this card, but I like it.
First of all, they need a new. They need used to. Yeah, they need a new colorway for her variant.
Yeah, they do. I want to see what that card looks like in Optichrome. All right, Warfighter.
Oh, Ash
Oh,
TV.
okay. This was his
Yep.
donation to his. I think was it your friend? Oh, this is
Yeah.
Ash TVNs.
Yeah. Ash
Yeah.
TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. So you're supposed to pick up the locker bundle. Sorry, I haven't been playing for the last 2 weeks.
Look at that,
Here's your
bro. That
Italy.
journey hits, bro. That journey is crazy. That journey is clean.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
clean.
like it a lot. I also like the Italy lasers.
So I was looking a lot at the pop report. The pop reports are so interesting,
Yeah,
man.
I'm telling you, bro.
So this right here, I just want everyone to be careful because we've done this before. We've been down this road before, and I'm not in the European countries and stuff like that. So I honestly have like no idea, right? But
Mm-hmm.
whenever we see this, it could be a lack of being able to get stuff to PSA. It could be a lack of US people having any Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and this stuff trails, right? But for now, this is very interesting. There's only 9 graded cracked ice Midases.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. Is
Mm-hmm.
that what it's going to be in the long run? I have no idea. I'm just saying be careful because this in Fortnite it tends to look one way. 2 years later, it looks very different.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind as y'all do that. But this is very interesting.
Which also happened with series 2. I won't say specific cards, but like series 2, like last year, the pop reports was looking like 50 and 60% on a specific card, like gem rate. And
Mm-hmm.
it dropped literally down to like the 38% with just within a year, just based off of people grading more. So yeah, the pop report can tell the story for right now. It's a snapshot of right now and maybe even future projections, but it's fun to look at for sure.
Yeah, especially and it always lags for the international countries. I've noticed
Hmm.
that since series 1, like it
Yep.
looks one way and cuz I was team Italy way back when
Yep.
cuz I was under the impression that, collecting cards is really a US thing, right?
Yeah.
And so like sure they're doing it in other countries, but like I doubt they're printing that much over there, but I was
Mhm.
completely wrong, right? So just know that there's a little bit of a lag for all this stuff catching up. How much
Yeah.
I don't know because people were saying that Series 3 ended really quickly
Hmm.
in those countries.
Which seems
So
to be the case, to be
it
honest.
would
Yeah.
track. It would
Yeah.
100% track because I have not seen much Italy,
Hmm.
even from our European subscribers and stuff. So and they lost a contract, so I would get that. It would make sense, but I'm just saying, be careful with the data
Yeah.
since we're sharing it here. North Bay with the USA. I love this card.
So,
Snorkel
so
Ops.
raw. It's OG right there for sure.
Yeah. Oh, they got the
Oh,
international
international set.
999.
That is not an easy one either. Just to complete and just getting nines across the board is tough.
It's gonna be hard just to complete an international sets going
Hmm.
forward, just in general.
I think that's gonna be
Um,
a major thing as we go on. Like when more sets is out, it's gonna be that seems like to be the thing that could be long term.
yeah, yeah, I could see that for
Yeah,
sure. Um, King, Italy. Am I
yeah.
tripping? Yeah, it's
No,
gonna be
that's
Italy.
Italy. Yep.
Yep. We're getting good at this. G2G Investments. What's going on, man? So he picked up some of the custom artwork.
Yo, he killed them
Um,
joints. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, I know. It's dope. I didn't know you were like a straight up artist, man. Because these
Yeah.
ones are fire. He had sent some for us to donate to the show. Um, Unfortunately, those got stolen by my neighbor and thrown away. So sorry, guys. I tried to get it back. Now I have a feud on
Dylan,
my street with this guy.
Dylan almost got beat up. Yeah, y'all gotta
No,
protect him.
I have a straight feud with this guy. It was getting heated. I reported him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it got
Dylan,
heated. I was like,
Dylan,
this was for my subscribers, dude. And he said he threw my mail away. I was like,
yo, you would have went to his house one more time. He would have scraped you, bro.
dude, I'm telling you, I was furious. I felt so bad, David, man. I felt so bad. It was
Oh
all my fault
man.
too. It was 100% my fault. All right, Yonder Crystal Shard. I know you like this one.
Yeah, yeah, I like that one. Man, who was it that said the toilet ring for DJ
Oh,
Yonder in series
for the
one?
DJ Yonder,
Yeah, I'm glad he got the crown on in this one because I can't not see it no more.
dude. That's what I told him.
Yeah, you did say that.
I yelled. I was like, I was trying to explain. Then he was getting angry with me. I was like, dude, just put it back in your mailbox. They'll take it back. And he was like, oh, we threw it away. I was like, I know damn well you didn't have a package and you just threw that joint away. But I'm not gonna get heated about it again. I'm a nice person. Nice person.
Shoot.
Gordon, Jack Gordon.
Jack Gordon. There you go.
Yeah, Jack Gordon, man.
And it's
Yo,
11 and it's an hour and 33 in, bro. Look at that.
what can I say? Yo,
Yeah.
I have to say, who is this? Kaiser, man, you must have like no dust in your house.
That joint is
I don't
crisp.
know what it is, man, but like my card savers, it don't
He
matter.
getting
They'll get
killed.
dust on them.
Yeah.
That joint is clean. That looks cleaner than a slab. That joint's fire. And JL, when I saw this, I have this saved in my thing, and no one's buying it. I was like, oh, no one buy my calamity. I'm gonna
Yep.
get you eventually. I'm gonna get you eventually. And JL's like, you know what? Now's the time. So shout out to you. I hope it gems for you. It looks pretty clean. I
JL,
hope
I
it
tried to
gems.
tell Dylan I got his follow up, bro. I told him that it
Yeah,
is what
we
Yo.
roll whenever. Oh, and the Peely Hollow. Which one is that? USA or is that Italy? That's USA, man. That's a nice pickup
Clean.
right there. North Bay with some base 10s. Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yo, should we do more of these? We should do some mats.
I said, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you guys want some like ripping mats before the top cards come out? Let us know. Let us know in the chat if y'all would be interested in that. Maybe we can look into that. Drift Shard for Rice a 9. Dude,
That's a tough one to get, man. It's a tough
forget
one to get.
the pink shards are so dope.
They're beautiful, bro. In any set. Any set.
Dude, I'll never be able to see a Ghoul Trooper looking like this. All right, we got one person who wants a mat.
2.
We got 2.
Yep.
Oh, yes, sir, the mats. All right. We got 2. I'll start designing up some things, and we'll get some feedback from the community before we move forward with it. The Ace, fish sticks, and tomato head.
The Ace,
Dude,
I like the Ace.
I need a fish sticks, and I don't think I'll ever get a USA one. So I'm gonna have to or I can wait for a triggerfish to come out because that's the one I've been rocking.
Triggerfish is the one, bro. Triggerfish.
He's the one that I like. So maybe I'll just wait for Tops to do a triggerfish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. You got your fish sticks, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
Like,
was
yeah, free champ.
top of the year goals, man.
Yeah. No, 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 no. It was just Halloween. Yo, I'm kidding you not. It was Halloween. My wife's like, this Friday is the Halloween episode. Is it, you should dress. I was like, no, I dressed up once. That's enough. That's
Yeah,
enough.
that was an iconic moment. I think it still was so funny with the confusion with people coming in. That was hilarious, bro. They were so confused. I was
All
one
right.
of them.
So we got more people who want mats.
Yeah.
Dude. So guys, I don't know if we talked about this before, but Rob did not know I was dressing up. Right?
Yo,
And so like he gets on the thing and then he was just like I could tell he was
yo,
embarrassed for
oh
me.
my god, bro.
And I was like, go put on a costume real quick, because I can't do
Bro,
this alone.
I
Like
was
he
like,
was
nah.
cracking up. We hit go live, and he was like, he couldn't control. He's like,
Oh man, that was funny,
oh
bro. That was
man,
a funny moment. That was a funny moment.
I'll never live that one down. Minus 9. I swear, my kid, my 14-year-old,
Yeah,
she told people in her high school about
but
this.
who was it that posted talked about the Powerpuff Girls and the the men in the Powerpuff Girls suit? And
Oh,
yeah, that was literally you, bro.
okay, okay. All right, we got a CGC. Is this a prototype? I'm assuming.
Shoot.
Yep. Unreleased, uncommon. Nice.
Pause, Dylan. Dylan. Pause, Daniel. Never, bro.
He's like, wait till you're kind of cute.
What's
All
wrong
right,
with him?
so Optichrome Hollow 10.
10.
Building up. Dang, I wish I still had mine.
You, bro, and it was the way you pulled it too.
Dude, I pulled it. Best pull of Series 3 was an Optichrome for me.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yep.
That's wild, the best pull. But it was the cleanest card I had ever seen. I swear to this day that was a black
You
label.
could have cracked it and put it to
That was
gave it to
before
tag.
tag. That was before I was doing tag, wasn't it?
Yeah, way before.
Way
Years.
before. God, I would have sent that one to tag. Did in the 1,000-point score.
Yep.
Who did I
You
sell
would
that
have had a
to?
hit there.
Oh my god. That is my goal for 2025 then. You gotta remind me. I want to get a pristine. I haven't gotten
Pristine.
a pristine. I don't
Shout out
care
to
what
Daniel
card.
getting some pristine in CGC.
How hard is it for a CGC? Which one did you get pristine?
You think he had a couple, if I'm not mistaken.
Legendary unreleased from Westrum. So I didn't notice this too. The
Good catch.
badge the tag is glowing.
Y-
That's
You know what?
interesting.
You know what's crazy? We pulled the scout, and I didn't even notice it when we pulled the
But
scout.
now that you say it, I can't unsee the
Yeah,
glow.
yeah. I didn't even notice it when we pulled the scout.
What's the reasoning? Is it glowing in game?
I don't even know, bro. I really don't remember.
Like, did they do this on like what was the reason for this, or was this added to the artwork? That's too many questions. Too many questions. I don't understand why it's glowing. No, this shows dope. This necklace is kind of dope.
It is.
Oh, I have an idea for something. After the show, say idea. I have an idea for something.
All right.
I want to run it by you. You're gonna like it, I think. Yo, Liquid Age. If you guys don't know Liquid, he's one of like the coolest people in here.
Stacked
Dude is
up on here.
doing so much all the damn time. Look at all these. These are all the virgin ones of this
Yep.
this comic. And then there's the Midas one.
All we need is for the comics to get announced along with the cards.
The Death of
Yeah,
Fish Sticks. Do I not have that one? That's what I
you
want.
definitely. Oh, you mean version wise?
Yeah, version.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have the
yeah. I was
regular
about to say
one.
you definitely have the regular one.
For some reason I'm obsessed with fish sticks dying all the time. Italy 9.5, Italy 9, and Brazil 9. And that's a
Fire.
hollow foil. Salmon, let's see what you got here. Ooh, you got a USA shard. I think this was their first one. And a prototype.
Which is always a moment. It's
This is a
always
variety
moment.
of stuff here. I like this.
It is.
It's a nice variety. And Rice got the freaking last mega. I had that in my cart a bunch of times. You didn't post what was on the back. I'm curious on what was on the back. This is a rare or epic card, which means this is a rare pack, man.
Yeah. First of all, I just figured something out. Remind me to tell you that too.
All right, you figured something out, and I got an idea. All right, sweet. Bone Staple. Oh, Red Jade 10. What is my Red Jade?
It's a.
I think
Is it a?
8?
No, I think it's a 9, right?
Do I have a 9? I think it's an 8.
Well, you got to get a 9.
Yeah, at least gotta get a 9, right?
Yeah,
I used to have a 10.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. All right, Crewman with the 10
Frozen
Frozen
Raven.
Raven. Oh,
Those Frozen cards look good, bro.
wait, didn't you already post this, or is
Yeah,
this
that's
another
what it.
one?
No, that's what his background.
That's with his background. I got you. I
Yeah,
got you.
I hate that drift. By the way, that background one, that joint is weird.
Yeah, that
Like
one is weird.
it's actually it did the job though. Is that
The
it's like
Halloween
it's
ish.
yeah
Spark Plug 9. I need another one of these because I have an 8.
yeah.
I Besides Gold Trooper, like some I can keep in like a 6 and little stuff, but like some stuff like I gotta get it in like a 9.
Yeah, yeah, you got to. That's that
Although
plug.
I don't know if I can with Spark Plug. Yeah, I can know I can USA. I mean PSA. I
Mhm.
don't know because it has that line,
The roller merc,
the
yeah.
roller mark, and so I don't know how those work.
Hybrid,
Hybrid 9, nice.
clean,
Ooh, favorite pickup, awesome
Max.
THG.
Let's go.
Shout out. I'm glad you guys like this card so much because that
We loved
reminds
it.
me that we're doing the giveaway. How many people? We got 18 people in here. We're giving away this card right after this.
Right
What time
after
is it?
this.
11:40. I almost
Perfect
forgot.
time.
Thank God y'all posted this.
Giveaway and
Um,
out. Giveaway and out.
um, let's see, JL, some CGCs, and a 10 and a focus.
Hey, let's go.
That's the other one I need a 10 in.
Yeah.
I have it. I have 9, and I'm happy with the 9,
That's
but I
like a
want a
man.
10.
That's a mandatory one.
That's a
Just
mandatory
yeah,
10 for me.
yeah,
Spark Plug would be nice, but Focus is a mandatory 10 for me.
yeah.
6. Wait, are these the ones that you posted earlier? Like, is this the hollow that you No, that's Italy. The other one's USA. Never mind. I got some. Are these both? This is both USA.
It looks like it.
Damn, nice.
Clean.
Very clean. And we got the Skull Trooper.
Yep.
Inversed, reversed, inverted.
Inverted. Yeah. One of those words, right?
Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah, Ripley needed
Ripley.
his counterpart. Now you
Yeah.
gotta get the pin that has both.
Yeah. You low key wanna I ain't gonna lie, I was interested in that later on too, because you can add Chaos Agent with that. Chaos created Ripley and
That's
Sludge,
true.
yeah.
But if you go down that path, you have to get some other
There
ones too.
that's the thing. It's like
There's a
it's a
lot of
little
slurp creatures that he
yeah.
created. So I guess he's the inventor of slurp in general.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that
So
crazy?
yeah. Jesper with the laser. Dutch Ghoul with the Moth Mando Hollow 10. And then we gotta get hype with another one of these.
Let's go.
Whew, such a sweet card. I'm glad you guys like it so much.
Because we couldn't wait for that one.
Yeah, dude, we were so excited waiting for this, like weeks for this turn to come in.
Yeah,
And it exceeded our expectations.
100%.
And the 9 CGC. And Dirty Dan with his. Even got the
Look at that.
video
Look at the
going.
video with it.
Yeah, that joint's pretty dope.
Fire.
And then here are your pristines. I like the color match. The
Yeah,
color
the gray
match
bumper
is
is
nice.
dope.
It is nice.
Pristine. Bro, that's a dope label, bro, with the pristine. I like it, bro. I really do.
I'm
If
happy for you guys.
if like the based off that poll, BGS honestly will always be my favorite slab, but
Mm,
I like CGC aesthetically as well.
I just can't get with the label. I think it's better, I guess.
That
I don't
drip.
know. I told you guys I'm picky. I'm picky. So don't take my word for it. No way. Are you kidding me? Oh man, look at that aura laser. Woof.
Crazy.
Very nice. All right, let's go. Let me take this off the screen. All right. How do you want to do this? Oh, can we do? How do you want to do the giveaway?
What you thinking?
Wasn't there a way to do it in here?
It was. I can't remember what it was though.
Mm,
We figured it out because we did it one time, right?
yeah, we did it one time. Like you did, was it banners? No, I don't remember. Like we created a thing where they had to comment something.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm not gonna mess my time with that. All right, if you
Look,
guys want to be in the giveaway for this, and if you do not have one, please. So if you have one, this is for people who do not have one.
yes.
Um, so if you guys do not have one, please type in the chat the name Max, Maxx, for the card's name. But yeah, this is our second character. If you guys don't know, we also did Proto.
Yep.
He was our first. We have many more we're gonna come up with
Yeah, we have a
eventually.
couple. We have a couple more to go for sure.
Just because it's fun. And again, we give these out free to our pro members,
Hmm.
just to say thank you, basically, for all the support they give us. So
We like to give collectors collectibles. That's pretty much
yeah,
what it
it's too
is.
much fun not to make them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Especially when we're just over here waiting for a new set to come out.
man.
Our next goal is like to keep building these characters up and then try to get them into the game.
Yeah. Yo,
Trading
Max
cards,
would be
yeah.
sweaty as a mug, bro.
Heck yeah,
Oh
that's why
my
we
goodness.
designed it, man.
What?
With the tattoos and everything.
Yeah,
With
bro.
the Jordans.
Yo, oh dang, that's crazy.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. All right, let's see. Nickels. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. We've got Shane, Mushi, Samuth, Nichols. All right, we got 15 people in here. Who else wants to win this card? Yeah, send a friend into the chat, JL. If you guys want to see a close up of this, like she has Peely tattoos, man.
She's dope, bro.
And
She is dope.
she has this wand. I'm not saying it's the Star Wand. Star Wand has a face on it. This isn't the Star Wand, but it's she made this at home, okay, because
Yeah,
she
yeah.
loves Fortnite so much.
She was
Um,
inspired.
yeah, she was inspired by the game. It's a star stick. That's what it is. It's um. Let's see. We got 4 here. It's gonna be a quick. It's gonna be a quick one, man. It's gonna be a quick one.
Yep.
I should have told Richard when he was in here for his break.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, Derek Chaplin, what's up, man? 16 people in here. Get into this duck race. Dude, I know y'all can't see it, but I have my neon light. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I put my mega fish sticks light up there.
Right.
And it's bright, but it's good up there, man. It's
Yeah.
nice.
That's what I thought. I figured they
The
updated
old
at
Iron
some
Shot, the
point.
Ranger skin dog tags were glowing. Oh, okay, nice. It had to be something like that, right?
Yeah.
But that makes you wonder about the dog tags originally.
Yeah.
What was Donald Mustard planning?
Right. Right.
Because you remember, like, some characters had the wristband tracking
Mm-hmm.
the storm, some had the dog tags. We never got like a conclusion to those storm chasers and what that
Yeah.
whole thing was, what he was planning with that. Unfortunately, we never will. So, all right, we got 17 people in here. I know not all of you guys are pro members, so if you guys want to win this really cool card, it's a thick card. It's just like
Yeah.
it's really well made. It's got a gold foil.
It's
We
fire.
enjoy it. So if you guys want to win it, get in here. I'll give y'all like 30 more seconds. Rob and I keep saying, like, since there's no new cards yet, it's like we don't have to do 2 hours, but then
Yep.
you guys get me talking, and then it's just
Listen,
2 hours just flies by.
just the way it goes.
I'm trying to make the show shorter for you guys. I know you guys want a shorter show.
Shout out to the people that watch the replay as well.
Mm-hmm. And sorry about the all the international people in the different time zones that wanted to win the card.
Yeah.
I am shipping internationally if you guys become a pro member for the next card. I don't charge all the full shipping. I think internationally it costs me like $25, $30 to
Yeah.
ship. I had to charge shipping. I think internationally I charge 15.
Yeah.
just to help cover the cost because we have to make the card and we got to ship it and we want to give
Mhm.
it free to you guys. So hopefully eventually we can bring
But
that even more free.
wait, yo, I got another medal too, bro. Powerlifting last week, you know.
Let's go. Shout
Come
out to
on, bro.
Rob, man. How
Bro,
many medals you got now?
three now, three.
Nice,
Well,
dude.
I wish it was the other two was medals. The other my first two competitions, they was a little on the cheap end, bro. They did these vinyl cutouts, and you know how we are with this type of
Mm,
stuff. They did these
mm-hmm.
vinyl cutout trophies, bro. I ain't want to call them trash, but they weren't good. But yeah, man, I was excited about that one.
All right, y'all. Shout out to Rob for kicking butt. He's a lot stronger than he looks. Um,
That's for
next
sure.
stop,
I
next stop
definitely
is
don't,
Olympics.
definitely don't got to look for it, right?
Dude, I mean, you look stronger than me. Like, look at these like little things over
Listen,
here, man. I'm a
bro, but
keyboard warrior over here. All
bro,
right,
it's this.
all right. We're gonna start this. We've got 5 people in here. All right.
I'm
No, but
sorry.
you no, but this isn't for the pro members. This is just one of
Yeah.
our pro members, Nichols. They donated their card to the community.
Yep.
So they didn't get their card. They wanted to donate it to somebody. So that's why you're in the race. So it's all good. This is for people who are not pro members necessarily, or pro members that missed out on their card.
Yeah.
I'm going to shuffle this a couple times.
Let's see what we got. Oh, was it
Imushi's
Mushishi?
going too fast. I'm gonna go with Samus. I think Samus got
Mush.
this in the bag.
That
It's
is.
also got the headgear for the snorkel ops.
I think it's gonna be Nichols. I think it's gonna be Nichols. Let's see what
It might
happens.
be Nichols because he tried to say he didn't want to be in the race. It
Yeah,
might be
yeah,
him. Is that humble? It's that humble, like
yeah.
I mean that being it. I don't need to win.
Yeah.
Derek Chaplin's going strong. Shane might come out.
Yeah, he's in last place. You know that
We'll
usually
know
switch
in
up real
like
quick.
14 seconds. We'll know at the 14-second
Yeah.
mark. Mushi, I'm sorry, but once you start out so strong, it's very. I don't think we've seen
Mushi.
one win starting out that fast.
Just in case
Uh-oh.
that's their actual name and not like a what you call it? Is that Mushishi?
Let me go back up here to their name. Mushishi no Ginkgo. Derek Chaplin for the
Let's go.
win.
Let's go. And I said, first of all, I keep doing that. I don't know. Is I forget it. Never mind. Screw it. I'm done. Nah.
All right, Derek, if you're still in here, man, reach out to me on, if you can, on the Discord. That's the best way. If you absolutely can't, or you don't do Discord and you just don't want to join the community of amazing people, if you go to THG, our email's on here. Let's go. And
Let's
so
go.
come here. So you go to the homepage. There's Discord. If you're already in there, that's great. If you don't want to do Discord, you absolutely can't. If you scroll down, you can go to contact and you can hit me up here.
Yes.
It's Dylan Clifton right here. This is my email address. All right. So go to FortniteCards.com, hit Discord, or go down to the contact, and I'll get this joint shipped out to you, man. GG's. All right. Anything else there? Is there anybody else there that we wanted to talk about?
Nope. I think that's it. And happy sports season to anybody that's watching any of the sports.
Yes, of
World
course.
World Series just ended.
But my horrible basketball team, the Wizards, man.
Bro, it's crazy.
What one of these years will be good, and then like all you'll hear me is talking about sports. That's all I'm going to talk about.
But it's real. No, I feel you on that. Is you know what it is though? Y'all had some amazing players come through your door, bro. Like y'all had some amazing players.
Okay, yeah, I'll ship it to JL. That's fine. Yeah, we have. That's true. It's a management issue.
I think this.
100% management issue.
I thought at one point y'all was gonna get KD, and it never
Oh, I
happened.
did too.
Yeah, yeah,
I was begging for KD. I said,
yeah,
"This is in town. Bring
yeah.
him here, dude." It was close, but
That,
no.
that was
DC
man.
sucks. All right, guys, we'll let you guys go.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out. We will probably do an exclusive video on Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then we'll do a new live show next Friday. And we'll try to give you guys an update if we're doing a show. But just know the holidays are coming up, so we may miss
Yes.
a couple. So enjoy collecting, and we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one. Yeah, War Friday. I did warm up, by the way, bro. Good luck for the rest of the season, dog.